Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well out there. Um, Today I'm going to do a shave with some things that were requested again from guys from the Big Shave. So today I'm going to be using the above the tie Titan H1 razor, and there is the base plate. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little H right there, indicating that this is the I don't know if it can show up there, but indicating that this is the H base plate, and that'll be there's the top plate. The cap is the same for all of them. It's the base plates that are all different. That allows for different blade exposure. Comes in a H heavy, a R regular, and an M mild. And this is the H, and so this razor was on loan to Tyler Bowman from the Big Shave for a little while, and I've gotten it back, and I promised that I would do a video with it when I got it back. And I'm going to be using the Personna Med Prep blade. There it is, and there's the cap again. I'll go ahead and just load the blade real quick. This razor I found is probably the most aggressive razor that I have ever used. This is to me more aggressive than the R41, and it's sneaky aggressive. When I first used this thing, I thought the shave was going great, and then about halfway through my second pass my neck started burning, and I figured I'll just finish out the shave, and by the time I was done I had 3 weepers and a lot of irritation on the neck. So anyways, I've used this razor a few other times, and I've gotten a little bit better with it, and I can usually get a pretty good shave with it without any irritation or anything. To me, it's really too aggressive for my liking for everyday use. I have the R base plate as well, which to me is a nice blend of aggressiveness, but not too aggressive. So anyways, I guess if a guy had a really super heavy beard growth, that would probably work out really well for him, but for me it's a little bit too aggressive. So, and I like aggressive razor. I like the R41, I like the fat tips, but this one is to me off the charts. So I'm also going to be using my brush scuttle that I got from Dirty Bird Pottery. John Halleck asked that if I would use this in the shave, so I'm going to. So I have it filled with hot water, which I was using to just warm the clay. I'm going to go ahead and refill it again with hot water. And so this is the outer vessel, so you just fill it with water about halfway full. And then you go ahead and just place the inner vessel in it, and it just sits in there, and then the brush sits inside of that. So a little bit too much water in there, and I'm just going to put a little water in the top vessel there just to keep it warm while I'm getting ready to do my shave. And I'm going to be using the Mystics Water Prospect Creek soap. This was sent to me by Jeff from the Big Shave. This is a peppermint and menthol shaving soap, and the Prospect or the Mystic Waters has a little bit of a reputation for being somewhat finicky, and I did find that when I first got it. The first couple times I lathered, I had a real difficult time lathering it. You know, it would look pretty good, and then the lather would dissipate on my face. And reading some of the posts on Badger and Blade, I found that I was not the only one that was having this experience, and I just basically went back to my regular lathering technique for soaps, which is where I'll just take a wet brush and give it a couple light shakes, and then just build the lather right on top of the puck, and that seemed to work out pretty well. Now, the lather that I get with this soap doesn't look as thick and dense as some of the lather that I would get from like a Mitchell's Wool Fat or Mike's or True Fit and Hill Cream, but the lather is very slick and it's very protective, and I think the only thing I can compare it to for after the shave feel on your face would be Mitchell's Wool Fat. It really has kind of a moisturizing feel, and although the lather sometimes is not really as thick and dense as some others, it really is protective and works great. So I was just soaking the puck, and I've pretty much been using this soap exclusively for the last couple weeks, and I'm going to try and work my way through this a la Michael Friedberg and Zachary Ross. So we'll go ahead and give it a try. Today I'm going to be using my Semogue 620 brush, and it's been soaking. I'm just going to shake out a little bit of the water but leave it pretty damp, and I'm just going to go ahead and start swirling right on the puck. And as you can see, there's a lot of water in the brush, but I'll just let that go into the sink, and I'll just keep I just keep swirling and swirling until the lather starts to thicken, actually thicken and form on the puck. And I understand that this is not the most frugal method, but for me, I have very, 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 very hard water. We have well water, and it's high in calcium content and other minerals, and if I don't use a lot of product and a lot of soap, I don't get the great as good a lather as what I like. So I'm willing to go ahead and just use a little more soap to get a lather that I like, and just live with that. So as you can see, so now you can see I'm starting to get kind of a nice dense lather that's forming right on the puck, and it's just about ready to go ahead and lather up on my face. So I'll just go and set that down. So I've got some lather there on my brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and face lather this. I did apply some Perazzo pre-shave to my face, which is before I started lathering that. And what I found with this soap is that once I mix it on the puck and start face lathering it, this stuff seems to work better if I don't add a lot of extra water to it. Where I've gotten in trouble with this is that if I start adding extra water to this, it tends to become too foamy and not as thick as I would like. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump the water out of the inner vessel to the and that's pretty much all that I do right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the brush into the scuttle, and that just keeps the brush nice and warm. And I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So with this razor, I just basically try and use little to no pressure. And I try not to shave over areas that are not protected with lather. I think with this particular setup, if you go over an area that is not protected with lather, and you go over it too many times, you're just asking for trouble with this particular razor. So let's go ahead and just paint on some more. Just work it up a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to do our second pass. And again, this soap is really, really slick. That's number 3. Now we'll go ahead and go with pass number 4 on the neck against the grain, and as you can see as the passes go on, the soap doesn't look as thick on the skin, but it is so slick and protective. Even though it doesn't have a real dense appearance to it, it really protects the skin. I mean, I would not you know, with like a Williams soap or something like that, if my lather was like this, it just wouldn't be enough to protect you if you were going against the grain. But with this Mystic Water Soap, it's so slick and so protective. It's just really really nice, and really works great. So. Okay, that's pretty much it. Just rinse this off. And again, at the end of the shave, after you've washed the soap off, this soap really leaves the skin feeling nice and moisturized, which I really, really like. And the only thing I could compare it to would be Mitchell's Wool Fat, that has that same kind of feeling on the skin at the end of the shave. This is a tallow-based soap, and Michelle, the soap maker at Mystic Waters, uses really top quality essential oils and fragrances. and this stuff just smells great. This is a very pure organic peppermint oil, and it just smells fantastic. So anyways, that's a Mystic Waters, Prospect Creek, and I really like the menthol kick in this. She is also coming out with a new version of that that has more menthol for all you guys that are menthol heads. And I've tried some samples of that, and it really has a nice menthol kick, even a little bit more than the old formulation. So anyways, there you go. Brush Scuttle kept the lather nice and warm, worked great. Titan H1, very aggressive, no question about it. But if you are careful and don't keep shaving or don't shave over areas that are not protected, you can get a good shave with this. For me, for guys with a normal beard growth, I would say probably the R1 is more than enough. For you guys that are daredevils or have barbed wire, this might be the ticket for you. To me, it is more aggressive than a R41, and if you're not careful, you are asking for trouble with that razor. It's really easy to get a lot of irritation with it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Absolute Zero samples I got from William Newman. Those are almost gone, and when it is, I will break into my actual bottle of the Absolute Zero aftershave. Really like this stuff. It does have alcohol in it, so it gives you a nice burn, but the menthol comes on really quickly and gives you a nice cool, refreshing face freeze. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, post your comments or questions. Be happy to answer them, and have a great day. See you later.